Welcome to Palma de Mallorca Airport, the only international airport serving the Spanish island of Mallorca. Mallorca is one of the most popular destinations for Brits holidaying abroad in the summer, so the airport is served by a bunch of British carriers. The most common airlines of choice are airlines like EasyJet, Jet2, TUI and Ryanair, all airlines that I usually fly with when I come here in the summer. However, today I'm trying something still quite popular, but also a little bit different. Today we are flying with Wizz Air on board the Airbus A320-200 to London Luton. Finding the check-in desks at Palma is very easy. You can find Wizz Air's check-in desks at desk 123. They only have one normal check-in desk with a premium desk as well. Wizz Air don't have a base at Palma and everything is managed by Iberia, including the check-in agent, ground handling and all Palma airport staff. This would turn out to create quite a big issue. You see, this was a family holiday return flight, so we had 3 suitcases booked. We booked directly with Wizz Air and I checked the email and booking many times before the flight, but the check-in agent was simply saying it wasn't on the system. I can only assume this is because the system is an Iberia system, and I know this because it even says Iberia on the boarding passes they give you. The airline then went on to charge us €60 per bag on top of the price we had already paid for them. There was no Wizz Air staff at the airport at all, so nobody to talk to other than Iberia, and to be honest, this really isn't good enough. Sadly, we had no option other than to pay for the silly fine. With that being done, I headed through security. It was quite busy as expected, but other than a moody passenger shouting at me, it went pretty smoothly. After security, there is a very well stocked duty-free zone that has everything and more than you would expect. Just beyond the duty-free, you will immediately find several shops and restaurants, including W.H. Smith, Burger King and a bakery. Palma Airport is split into what they call modules. UK flights depart from Module A. You will need to go through a passport checkpoint before reaching the module. Inside the module there is lots of shops and restaurants, but in true Travelina Bog style I forgot to film them. I can remember there being a Burger King, a sweet shop and several other cafes, bars, shops and restaurants. I spent most of my time however plane spotting, as well as trying to convert my younger sister Maya into an av geek. After an hour or so of plane spotting, our aircraft arrived at the gate. My aircraft today is Golf Whiskey Uniform Kilo Delta, a 4.3-year-old Airbus A320-200 delivered brand new to Wizz Air UK in June 2018. The aircraft was delayed coming in from Luton, so we boarded a little late. The boarding process was a very chaotic first come first served situation. There were loads of people heading on this flight to Luton, as you can imagine, coming home for their holidays, and I can only imagine this would be even busier if you travelled during peak times. See, we travelled on a Thursday morning, which meant the demand wasn't as high as it would be on, say, a Saturday. Don't get me wrong, it's still Palma de Mallorca Airport, so it's going to be pretty busy, so always come prepared. The jetway was very clogged and the temperatures in it were through the roof. After waiting a bit, I stepped onto the aircraft. Wizz Air's A320 is of course all economy and the cabin shows off their iconic colours. Here is a look at the seat. It's your standard budget carrier seat with a tray table. In the seat pocket you will find a safety card as well as an in-flight magazine. The seat pitch of a standard seat like this one is 28 inches. In comparison, Ryanair's Boeing 737-800 has a seat pitch of 30 and EasyJet's Airbuses have seat pitch of 29 inches, which means Wizz Air has the least legroom out of its competitors. We pushed back from gate once everyone had got on the plane, which was obviously a little bit late, but the boarding process was actually quite quick in the end. It was just the fact that the aircraft was delayed coming in from Luton.
card in the seat pocket in front of you, which contains the important safety features of this aircraft. Thank you for your attention and thank you, ladies, for demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now continue using your electronic devices in flight mode only. If your device does not have a flight mode, it shall be switched off now and remain switched off for the whole duration of the flight. Laptops and any other large electronic devices shall now be safely stowed for takeoff, landing, and always whenever the
Wizz Air has been operating flights since 2004. The main airline, of course, is Wizz Air and is based in Hungary. However, the airline has 3 other subsidiaries, Wizz Air Malta, Wizz Air Abu Dhabi and Wizz Air UK, who we are flying with today. Over all 4 airlines, Wizz Air has 171 aircraft, with Airbus A320s, 320neos, 321s, 321neos and 1 A330 freighter on behalf of the government of Hungary. After departure, I got up and took a look around the cabin. The aircraft was quite busy this afternoon and you can see that every seat is exactly the same. Okay, so here are Wizz Air on one of the toilets, one of the back toilets right in the back of the aircraft. They have 2 next to each other and this is definitely the smallest one on the plane. It is tiny, it is like a little storage cupboard. Not a great toilet. If you want space, don't come to this one. It then wasn't long until the service came round. I had already eaten breakfast and wasn't planning on getting lunch until after we landed, so I only had a Coke Zero. It was served in this nice little cup. Wizz Air do offer lots of other sandwiches, crisps, snacks and other drinks. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, the atmosphere on the plane was quite dead. After the crew did the food and duty-free service, there was pretty much nothing going on and time flew by. Before I knew it, we'd already started our descent into a very foggy Luton. Of course, this was a midday flight on Wizz Air from Palma to Luton with families going back from their holidays, so I didn't exactly expect a rowdy party bus. However, it would have been nice to have a few more announcements. Although Wizz Air, of course, is a budget no-frills airline, so who am I to complain? For now though, enjoy the arrival into London Luton. Welcome to London Luton Airport. I will wrap up my thoughts at the end, but for now, the arrival process into Luton was pretty manic. There were many people travelling in from all over the place, so the queues at border control were very long. So then, welcome to London Luton Airport after my flight with Wizz Air. This was my first time on Wizz Air, and I have to say I have some mixed feelings about them. The flight itself was okay. It was a relatively comfortable aircraft. It actually had a little bit more legroom than I was expecting. The seats didn't seem to recline, but that's okay on a short flight like that. The food and drink service was pretty average. The sandwich selection was a bit disappointing, and I decided not to get anything in the end, but that is just what you get on budget carriers half the time. The real complaint is where it comes down to Palma De Mallorca Airport. Now, it's hard to know who's really to blame for all of this, as the whole ground handling thing is managed by Iberia ground services. We definitely booked 3 hold bags, and if you go to the booking, you can see on the email that I definitely booked those 3 hold bags. However, Wizz Air were very certain we didn't, because it wasn't appearing on their system, the Iberia system, which I always found a bit confusing in the first place anyway. And we ended up having to pay €60 per bag again. So I don't know what the original price was. I think it was less than that, but either way, we need to get a refund for that. And I guess I'll put like a comment thread and I'll give you an update whether we get a refund for our bags that we paid for twice. And if we don't, then I'll reply to that. We are now waiting for our bags here, so let's see if they show up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this review. I really do hope you enjoyed. Check out the blog, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.